Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I am here today. I'm going to talk to you guys about placement and how important it is where your contour goes, where your lip and cheek goes, everything like that. So, if you are in my beauty group, you saw yesterday, I think it was yesterday, maybe it was a couple days ago, I posted about blush placement. So I'll talk about that today, but I'm also going to talk a lot about contour because it can make such a difference where your contour is. Hi, Heather. So I'm going to show you that. I have my main highlight on. That's all I have on. I'm going to show you a couple different ways with brightening highlight. I'm going to do one side the way I like it, the other side not the way that I prefer. And then same with contour. I'm going to do contour correctly on one side, and then the other side do common mistakes that really, like, it happens, but I want to show you the difference it can make in how it looks on your face. So the thing with contour is you really want to lift. Like, the point of contour is lifting your face. You don't want to kind of have it sag down. And you'll notice when I put this on that one side looks lifted, the other side looks a little bit lower. Like, it kind of, I saw a video of my friend doing this, and one side looked great and the other side made it look like her one side of her face was much fatter than this side. So just bear with me as we go through this, but you're going to see one side is going to be the correct way and the other side is going to be a little bit not correct. So I'm going to use the detail brush here today, and what I'm going to do is I will do this side correctly and this side incorrectly. So let's start with the correct side. So let's talk about contour on your cheekbone. So with the contour on your cheekbone, you really want it directly on your cheekbone. So find your cheekbone and you want it right on top or literally right below. So we're going to do that on this side. So I'll show you this, and I'm going to go right on top of my cheekbone. Okay. And you want it to go back into your hairline here. And I am just going to fluff it up and actually put it a little bit too far. You want it to come to like right here on your face. You don't want it to come way down here. So see, common mistakes that happen all the time. I even do them myself. Alrighty, now I'm gonna show you contour on this cheekbone. The common mistake that a lot of people do is that they will put it too low. So they'll start at like middle of here. Like, for example, if you do a fishy face, a lot of people will do it like this. So I'm gonna show you how this is on this side. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. And they tend to bring it too far in. And I'm gonna be drastic, guys, to show you what it looks like. I know people aren't always doing it, but this is what a lot of people do. So they bring it way too close to their lips. And I'm gonna fan it up here so you can see how low that is. So this contour, higher. It's lifting my face. This is a little bit lower. It's pulling my face down. Alrighty, contour on my forehead now here. I really want to preface to not get contour on your temples. As we age, this is a very, very sensitive skin. It's thin skin, and if you are putting contour there, it's going to create unnecessary shadows, which you don't want, and it's going to make your eyes kind of like drag down. So this side, correct. We're going to do right along our hairline. We want to go right along our hairline with contour, and we want to push it back. So with the contour on the forehead, you're going to kind of have to play with it because it all depends on the size of your forehead, how far you're going to bring it onto your forehead. So if you have a very large forehead, you can bring it down further because it's really about creating those shadows to make your forehead look smaller. If you have a small forehead, you just want it right along the hairline. But the big thing is you want it along the hairline. Now, on this side, I'm going to do it the incorrect way. I am going to kind of just bring it further down. I'm going to go onto my temple here and show you. It's still going to go up into my hairline, but there's a lot of contour on my forehead here. You guys can see the line right down the middle. So that is a common mistake. Bring it all the way down onto your temple and then just pretty much doing your whole forehead with the contour. You don't want to do that. You really want to keep it towards your hairline, but play with it obviously depending on the size of your forehead. My forehead is not that large. So I just do it right along there. Alrighty, let's talk about brightening highlight. And then I will do jaw contour. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Brightening highlight. So when a lot of you first started, and when I first started with Saint, brightening highlight, we talked about doing a triangle under your eyes. And it is okay if you do a triangle under your eyes. I would suggest it more for the younger population in their 20s don't have any fine lines, things like that. So if you are older than that, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever age, try this new trick. So I'm gonna use my detail brush. I'm using the small end here. And I'm gonna go into my brightening highlight here. And this is the correct way, or the way that I prefer to do it now. I'm gonna do one right there. And I am going to do another dot out here. Now, the reason I like to do it this way is because I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes, or I'm starting to have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. And the more brightening highlight I'm putting under my eyes, the more I can see those fine lines. And now what I'm gonna do is I am going to use this end of the brush, and I'm gonna kind of like subtly go like this. So I'm not really blending, I am just kind of dabbing to get a little bit there, but not much. It'll still do the coverage you want. It's just not gonna be a ton of makeup, because if you have a ton of makeup under your eyes, it's gonna get cakey, especially if you have fine lines. Okay, I'm gonna show you on the other side what what I told you guys to do originally. And you can keep doing it this way. It's just a different look. But if you are of an older age or starting to get fine lines, I would suggest switching over to how I did it on that side. I'm learning just right along with you guys. So I honestly have done the triangle up until probably the last like 4 months. And then I realized that my under eyes were so noticeable with the makeup. So here I am showing you this. So with this triangle fashion, you kind of pull it down there. So you can kind of see, even right here before I put lip and cheek or anything else on, how this eye looks a little bit brighter. Looks a little bit brighter. This one looks a little bit more subdued, a little bit more pulled down there, okay? Alrighty, let's talk about, it's really hard to do this on my face and have one side look normal and the other side look funny. Let's talk about your jaw contour. So jaw contour, we are all about accentuating our natural features, right? And we want to get a chiseled look or a slimming look. Now, this side, the correct way to do it, we're going to grab a little bit of contour and we're going to follow directly on my jawline. Directly on the line. Not going up, not going down, and I'm going to pull it onto my neck, okay? I'm going to show you a common mistake a lot of people make. Just because they're rushing, just going a little bit too fast, is on this side, they will take it, and they will run it right along here. And all of a sudden you have this shadowy line, and they might still pull it down, but they're gonna have a little bit on their skin here. And all of a sudden they have this shadowy line right there that looks like facial hair, okay? And yes, I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight here because I went a little drastic. But you can see how this side, you can see this contour is pulled way down, this contour is pulled up. There's not a lot of space there, and it's giving weird shadows. Where this side, the contour is up, it's pulling my face up, and then I have this, but this is making this slim this way. All right, let's talk about blush, because we put contour on the way I did, okay? So this contour is higher on the cheekbone, which is where I want, because I'm pulling my face up. This one's a little bit lower. Let me show you what happens when I put on blush and my illuminator, okay? So the blush, we always want the blush to go right above your contour line. So I am going to use, actually I'm gonna switch to my other compact where I have more lip and cheeks. I am going to use, let's do pink grapefruit. It's this color right here. It'll be noticeable. I'm gonna get a little bit on my brush here, and I'm going to go right above my contour line, up into my temple kind of, okay? Just pulling back like this, right above my contour line. I'll make it more noticeable so you can see it, not so subtle. Over here, I'm gonna go right above my contour line, but my contour line is so much lower that I am starting on further down on my cheek. Okay, so that looks very different. This side, pulling up, guys. This side, pulling down a little bit here. Alrighty, so I'm gonna show you illuminator now. So I mentioned this in the video the other day, But the Neapolitan idea, where your contour is the chocolate, your blush is the strawberry, and then vanilla is the illuminator. Same thing on this side. So let's put illuminator on. I'm gonna use the blend brush. Now I totally forgot what it was. I'm gonna use the blend brush, get a little bit of illuminator here, and I'm gonna go right above my lip and cheek here, okay? Right on that upper cheekbone right there. Now on this side, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna go right above my blush, so it's a little bit lower here. So I just wanna I guess, really kind of drill it in, guys, that the placement of the makeup is very important, okay? You always want your contour up. You always want your contour on your cheekbone or right below your cheekbone. Don't bring it down way down here, and don't pull it in way far. It looks funny, and yeah, I know I did a little bit more than a lot of people would. But if you are going to be having it so low, it's pulling your whole face down. Where this is really pulling my face up, where my face looks a little bit more droopy. Especially like looking straight on. This one, my face looks a little bit slimmer. It's pulled up. This area right here looks smaller than over here where I have a dark shadow lower. So just really pay attention to where you're putting your contour, because it really will frame your face how you want to. Now, there will be posts later about placement, like it'll give you different graphics and stuff. You can play with the contour placement on your face depending on your face shape, because if you have a more round face, or if you have a more like diamond face or circular face, things like that, like take a look at it and look at yourself in the mirror and figure out what size or what kind of face you have, and play with your contour on there, because it can make a big difference if you want to, pull it down a little bit. But just know, if you're really wearing it low all the time, your face might look a little bit more droopy than what you want the contour to do for you. So I will post a picture so you can see both sides there. But if you have questions about contour or where to put things, or you're confused about it or anything like that, let me know, and just try this trick. I know I taught you guys this initially. I'm learning too, but try this trick where with the dot there, and gently blending underneath instead of doing the full triangle. And I feel like it'll really help brighten your eye a little bit more. But if you have questions about anything, let me know. Today is the artist's birthday from Saint. It's the 5th birthday, so it's the 5th birthday of their artist program. So 5 years ago, Kara, our owner, decided to create the artist program so that I could be here sharing this with you guys. And they are celebrating today with a couple different things. There will be some new releases later today, so keep an eye out for that. And if you have been on the fence about the artist program, today is a great day to sign up, because you get a $65 beauty bonus to use towards any product. So if you want more information about that, let me know. And there also is a gift with a $30, I think it's $30 purchase of some cute hair clips. So I will make a post about that stuff as soon as I know what the new releases are. But if you have questions in the meantime, let me know. Have a great Monday, guys.